Well, the reason I forgot Robert was because we started out working, me, Mike and Bjarne, on like 3 different concepts for levels that we wanted to try. One was a heavily co-op based level, one was more solo based level, and one was sort of a mixture of the two with a twist of coins being dropped in parachutes.
Oh my lord.
Oh no.
So the first one, we used Bjarne's way of describing the flow. So you start in 4 separate locations together with another guy, and there's a co-op obstacles along the way, so to sort of build the team. Then there's sort of a bigger area where there's another, like a bottleneck here. And then at the end there's a monster that you need to kill, and you have to be 2 players to kill this monster. So this is the attempt to see what happens if you have to cooperate to exit the level. We didn't get so far with this, unfortunately. We didn't get to test it a lot, but this is like the current state of it in Unity. You can see like there's the starting locations and an area, and then there's a button thing going on, and the exit gate all the way down here. But it is coming along. Then there's the other one, it's the solo spawn funnel, as it's named, where it's basically very simple. You start out each like separate but next to each other, kind of a little distance, and then the level sort of funnels down towards one choke at the end. And this is how it currently looks. You can see the starting location here, and the exit gate is here, so it's sort of a wide funnel, you could say, going this way, and this is sort of an area where we have to activate some things to get to the exit portal. And we only did it one time, I think. Well, Mike has been sick. And so the crater, where we had we wanted to try both how it felt to start in the center and how it would feel to start in the outer ring. And so the basic idea was that it's sort of a big bowl. And then in the center there's the gate where there's a little island and you're safe from wolves there. So the thing is that the coins are dropped in parachutes, which the idea was that it would create a dynamic bottleneck where everybody would run to the parachutes and get the coins, and then either they would like to divide them out between each other, or they would just go for it, try to keep it and start a chase. And that sort of looks like this at the moment. So first off, I made it so that you started in the center, and it turned out to be very chaotic, so we tried to start in the sides. I actually have a slide of learning. Starting together is sort of chaotic, since you can go in all directions, and everybody's just like, hey, I'm here, be friends with me, and everybody's just like, it's so chaotic. And starting separate is more fun. It's also fun, but you get your friend, but you also get a feeling that if the other guys had a weapon closer to them, it's totally unfair because you didn't start the same favorable way that they did. So like the shape of the level is good to have overview, but it's made us discuss the whole the feeling of, can you get lost for the other players? Like is all the players visible to you at all times, and the whole feel of being in the level, how big should it be? Coin dropping in parachutes was interesting to test, but it didn't seem to be so intuitive, and the whole idea that everybody would meet around it didn't really happen every time, because sometimes you're just lucky, it felt like, and it dropped on top of you, and sometimes you just didn't have a chance to get it. So it might be something that we would work more with, but right now it's not so far. At the same time, we tried to tweak the weapon damage to make all the weapons do 10 damage instead of previously the spear and the sword did 20 damage. So it was in effect twice as good, and on top of that it had longer range. So those weapons were way better, so now they all do 10 damage, and it's actually a lot more fun, be more balanced. We also tried removing stamina drain, and quickly realized we need it, because if you can run forever, the wolves are so boring to just run past them. And then we figured out that we needed to do it a completely different way. We needed to do how Lasse described it, experimenting with how we do it. So we came up with a list of rule of thumbs that I sort of have in the back of my head when I built the level. That is, there's the nature dome with trees and rocks. They can be gridded, but I cannot myself add more than those there. I can edit in the trees and rocks, but I cannot construct new ones. If I want to, I can construct things with concrete blocks and buttons and moving platforms. And then we sort of came up with the bean spin that I could only tilt the things in a certain degree just to give it the same kind of feel in the structures. And this is the dome that Robert made at the moment, and I'm gonna put in white blocks basically and see how it works. But it's very interesting. Until already I've decided that the gate should be there in the middle, and I like actually working with these constraints. It's easier in a way.